Welcome back to SnowRunner, and welcome back to our channel. We are going to wrap up Taymyr today. As you can see, we are at 87%. Michigan is 100%. Alaska is 100%. And after this one is done for 100% though, we can go to the Cola Peninsula, where everybody is drinking cola. So the thing though is, right, we only have to do the time trials, and I'm really looking forward to them though, because now we can test out our trucks in a difficult environment. And that's a lot of fun, though. That's a lot of fun. I don't take these things serious, though, compared to the other contracts. But this one, or the other ones, we can just repeat, right? And that's the beautiful thing about it. So if we fail by one, we just test it out with another truck, though. That's the challenge. It's one headache after another today. The lumber mill workers have been working like madmen, and that they have broken all their saw blades. Get them new equipment immediately. 8 minutes for gold, and we do only gold. We don't accept anything less. Nothing less than gold. So we are here with a beautiful Caterpillar 745C. It's a tough and it's a tough and going truck though. As you can see, it's a special vehicle, man. It is very, very comfortable. I'm certain of it. Yep. Hoppa. Turning is a little bit awkward though, right? Because of its scissor type of steering. But it's a good way of steering though. Are we already tipping or something? Nope. Yeah, this is the first time that I actually noticed that this thing has a flatbed, or I just... What the... Oh, this is what I mean though by awkward steering. Oh boy. Very awkward steering. Looking one way in the difference though, and then directly though the whole world turns around, right? There we go. Alright, we already lost precious time. We're already on 1 minute and 10 seconds. So yeah, that means that we just gotta be very, very careful. But I've not seen the Caterpillar with the attachments that we have right now. We can haul logs with it, I knew that. But I'm not sure which logs they are. They could be small or medium. A flatbed? Never heard of her though on a cat before, right? On this cat. That's pretty cool, man. I'm very stoked for that. We have MHS3 tires on this big boy. So ideal for deep mud and all. Perfect for this region. I think we are going to stay in high for now. Oh, the bounce, man. The bounce is dangerous on this. It's a happy truck though, as you can see. It's bouncing all the way around, but we want to keep it safe and secure. Oh, keep on going. I think it's wisest to actually go mostly into high gear. But once you go downhill, maybe spoil yourself a little bit with automatic. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, you just have to keep going down. But the bounce and the awkward steering mechanism though, it is awkward though. It's very dangerous for speed hauls like what we have right now. But I'm sure this truck does not get stuck. Unless we really drive it into something. 3 minutes. That means that we only have 5 minutes left. Well, a little bit less than 5, of course. We want to have gold, not silver. And it might look easy, though. But with the bounce... Ooh... Don't underestimate it though if you are using it like I do right now for the mission. I do like to haul with this. Even though it's just a flatbed for 2 parts. I don't know what it is though, but I do like to haul with it. Maybe because it's not really made for long distance hauling, right? Like a normal truck, like a semi-truck or whatever. Maybe that's why, but it just feels awesome. It really, really does. It gives a whole different perspective, right, to the cat. And let's be honest, if we could choose a truck, and we could have this one for free or whatsoever, it will be very difficult to say no, you know? We might choose a different truck, depending on what we really, really want, of course, but it will be very difficult to say no to a beast like this. Especially when it comes for a couple of years of free gasoline, right? You know, you can just walk with this thing, make some extra dough. Woo! No! Oh boy. I'm not sure how tip heavy this thing is though with that trailer on the back. But I think it is rather tip heavy. Especially during a bounce, right? You know? Three minutes left. Let's go into automatic. Come on, automatic quicker, please. There we go. Yeah, it seems like we have to stay in high. Are you kidding me? That little stick over there? That's a stick. That's a toothpicker, though, for this little cat. So far, this cat is rising really quick, though, to my top 10 trucks, because of the versatility what we have right now with it, right? Especially because of the flatbed and some other parts that we really do like. That rock, though. Yeah, even that rock was surprised, though. No issues at all. We have so much time left. Wow. A minute and a half or a little bit less than that, though. Doesn't sound much, but if you're rally racing, F1 or any type of racing, right? We are now racing against the clock. That's actually an enormous time difference to the second player or whatsoever, right? There we go, my boys. You're a real hero, my friend. I can't promise you that I'll tell the supervisor of your deeds, but I'll probably think of your name while he's counting out my bonus. Ha ha ha. Of course. We never expected something else. Let's go to the next one. Where might it actually be? We have one over here somewhere. There, of course, in the middle. We had that one. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, they are all nicely together. Cool. We are going to take the Tetra for that. Second challenge of the day. A person's reputation is everything. How would you like to boost yours? There are 5 points on the map. Pass all of them in sequence, and I will reward you. The faster you go, the more you get. You get me? Good. 6 minutes. And... okay, but which sequence though? Okay, so we have to start over there somewhere. Point B. Where's point A though? Point A is there. So A, B, C. Nah. I start by that one though, I suppose. I suppose so. We already lost 19 seconds. We technically could restart it though, but if we only win by 20 seconds, then I don't know, man. And the challenge might be tougher than it seems. Now, I'm doing some scouting though. Maybe we are taking the massive detour right now, which I don't think. Nah, that looks actually quite decent to climb. Especially for a Tatarin over here. I think it will be very difficult though to replace the Tatarin. For 2 reasons. It's such a good vehicle, right? But I love the design of it too. I just love it. And I love the interior. It's so cool though. It will be very difficult to replace this Scout. But if we have to, we will. But I think it won't be one that I will be using the most though. See, sequence doesn't really matter to this guy. I just want to have one straight line, though. Wow, at least from closest to closest one. The issue is, not a diver. Yep. Not a diver, though. Dangerous water level. And we are taking damage here. Ooh. Should have taken the scenic route there. As you can see, durability is lower. Oh boy, it's ticking on, boys. We are even polluting the water. As you can see, the oils are just going everywhere. Come on, hurry up. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Very nice. We hopefully can repair all of it. Oh, not even close. Not even close. I mean, that should not be damaging my truck anymore. Oh, this one is on the other side. I see what he meant. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. He wanted me to go like that. B, and then like this. Maybe I should just do that in that way. But we are not giving up right now. We will see how far we can go. If we can make it, a great ride. We can probably do a last. That will be funny. Oh yeah, come on. Right through here. We lost a lot of time though, but I'm certain that we can manage somehow. Seriously, whoever didn't think about a snorkel on a Tatooine though, be ashamed. Your reputation as an engineer though is flawed. Oh, that is the only thing that is really missing. I know a couple of you might say, right, you know, like something to haul a trailer with or whatsoever, but you can just winch it though. Oh boy, you could just winch something for fuel, etc. But my oh my oh my, the only thing that is really missing though is of course, you know, the snorkel. Yep, we touched it, nice. Keep them hauling. Quicker. We have plenty of time. Plenty. But yeah, of course it would be nice to be able to haul a trailer though. There's an attachment there on the rear, but it is what it is. Me, it's alright. Haha, got me. You got me good here. We have 1 minute, and I'm certain though that we can make it. Really? Ooh, it's really sticky around here though. It would be so funny if we would just miss out by 1 second. I do like ironies. And whoppa, very good. You have proven yourself to be a driver of the highest order. Here's your reward, big boy. Awesome sauce. Now, as you can see, 89%. Let's go for the next one. First mission right over here, though. I wonder what it actually is. I'm very curious. I'm a little bit suspicious, though, of that little loch right over down there. You are a good driver, true. But are you an exceptional driver? Yes. Then prove it to me. There are 5 points. Reach them all in sequence. The faster you do it, the higher the reward. Understand? Maybe 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Wow, we really have to climb, huh? Point 4. Well, let's go and follow these points for 1. And let's restart it. Yeah, sure. Restart it again, and off we go! Pumping the tractor for good luck, and off we are. But we have to go first, all the way up, and then all the way down. It doesn't seem so bad, though. The pedal to the metal, boys. Pedal to the metal. We're already going off track a little bit, but that's alright. Less bounce here, meaning more grip, meaning more speed. And we did not go off track. Actually, so this is really, really good. And I wonder... One over yonder. Yeah, I think what we have to do those with these speed missions, to keep it during the daylight, so we can just see how things are. And again, the excitement of nighttime would be very fun to have too, right? But don't forget, I have to travel quite a bit too. So if it's skipping hours here and there, then you know why. It's not because I do press it, but it's because of the time of traveling. Get some neon looking skies, by the way, I'm just saying, right? Very, very retro, one might say. On. Every second matters right now. We don't know how long it will take me. After all, 5.5 minutes is not the most generous amount of time. Okie dokie. At least we got that one, which is great. Oh, that dive, man. It's good that we don't have our wheels fully pumped up. So there's a slight bounce, no damage because of that. Yeah, all of this is a little bit too steep to do the same. Let's just turn around. For some reason, I Will Survive song pops into my head. Turn around now. You know. Old school songs do have that. Somehow they are pure magic, right? You know, whether they are good or bad, though. They have that rhythm, though, that keeps sticking in your mind. No matter if you didn't listen to that song for 10 to 20 years, or depending on how old you are, though, even longer. Oh, there we go. Almost kissed that tree over there like a hippie. We got 3 minutes on the clock. Yeah, we have to go a little bit backwards though. I did steer a little bit too late. Very treacherous terrain here, to be very, very fair. Ooh, look at that. Wow. Alright, even with the bounce and a little bit of extra damage, we made it. We will make it though. Big rocks in the way. Booyakasha! Haha! Yes! Excellent! Here! Take this! You earned it! Thank you very much though. Off to the next one. Okay, now let's see what this is all about. The lumber mill is working around the clock to complete an order. It's all last minute, which means they didn't build up fuel reserves. They'll lose power soon if they don't get more fuel. Get up there fast! Not with the Tatarin though. Not with the Tatarin. Unless, yep, fuel barrel 2 times. Not with the Tatarin though. See you guys in a little second. It's actually best to preload that. Yep, and now we are going off. There's a tiny tractor here though, right? Old school for, well, horse pulling, which is cool. I'm not sure where we have to go. Not sure at all. Where do we have to? All the way over there, huh? That's going to be a long ass haul though, but let's go. Time's a ticking. Wait a minute. How long do we have? 8 minutes, you say. Nice. I mean, this thing is not the quickest in the world though. But it keeps on rolling, right? That's the most important thing. But now let's find out the route. Probably through there. Yeah. No, we are going through here. Here we go. It's a very small, narrow path though, but we will manage, we will manage. Hopefully in time, of course, for gold. On a little stick. Next time, keep laying around. I think we just have to put ourselves in high gear again before we are just, you know, like, just sitting still. Time is money, and time is of the essence. We only have this cat, though, to be a little bit anti-mud. But if I had to choose, maybe the Foron AE would have been way wiser choice, though. Probably will be the way wiser choice. Because it's quicker, it's good anti-mud too. Very thick wheels, by the way. Military style in difficult operations. But as you can see, this one just wants to keep going. We are still in high gear. I mean, no stalling, nothing. No stalling either. Kind of a Taymyr joke here. I think we want to go here to the right. Could go through the water, but it will be way more muddy. And in other words, it will take more time. Low gear differential lock engaged. Else we could not make this little climb. Back to high gear. Not the best sound as you can hear though. That gear needs a little bit of extra oil though. Just as a reward. Then we had something like 5.5 minutes. We are now almost over half of that. I mean, if this cat cannot handle it, we will definitely handle it though with the Foron AE. Tiger, just as good though for basic hauls like this. Oh boy. Come on, keep on going. No way though, no way. We could easily go over that. There we go. Wow, we could easily go over that. It was just a little pointer, right? You know, a little edge. A tiny edge. Nothing like that, though. That is issue. That is a big issue. Oh, the bounce will be my disaster here. Will be my biggest issue. Yep, that bounce right there. Right here. Yep. Can we do it? We can do it. Can we do that? Yes, we can. That box is totally destroyed, as you can see. Ooh, where are we going? Where are we going? Going down south. I would say this way. And to be fair, right now, I will just go right through the countryside. Hopefully there are no tree stumps in the way. Or that. I don't think we can manage this though. Oh no, we had 8 minutes, right? Oh my god. I believe so. I believe so. Doesn't matter. We keep on hauling. think we would have been safe if we went through here to the left. But this is just as good. What's the speed? Okay, that's not too bad right there. To be honest, that is kind of bad. That is the RPM. Ay. Yeah. Let's go this way. Right? Yeah, sure. Come on, keep on going, big boy. By the way, make pointers in the future, though. If you do this one, before you start it, make pointers towards the sawmill. Easy following. Saves you maybe like 10 to 20 seconds total. That's a lot, though. That's a lot. Come on, little guy. Come on, we can do it. We only have 2 more minutes left. It starts to feel like a rally or something, right? You know, or something that we have to classify or vehicle. Ooh, bogging down. This is getting tight. Yeah, this is getting really tight though. I think I think we just need a quicker vehicle. For real. Keep on going, boy. For some reason, a big truck like this just keeps slowing down, though, in automatic. One might not assume, because of the size of the wheels and the engine power, like that will be an issue. But let's not forget, though, this thing is heavy. It's a serious contender, though. Come on. Yeah, we cannot do this, though, in 4 seconds. But hopefully we have 8.5 minutes. Boom, silver. Ay. What a shame. We will deliver it, and then we will do it once again for gold. First, I gotta cook some chicken, boys. Ooh. Yeah, this is no issue right over here. We can do this with everything. And that is a weak point, though. Like, that little X is over there. That is really a weak point. The other trucks will just keep on going. And the bounciness is catastrophic. You lose so much momentum with it. So much. It is an absolute joy to ride, though. Don't get me wrong. Even for its size, it is quite nimble. Come on, cat. Don't embarrass me. Don't turn into a bronze. Poor chicken coop. Alrighty. Here we go, though. Because of you, the mill will be able to complete their order, which means a satisfied customer, which means I keep my job. Thank you. Which means we have to redo it. I think we should try it again, though, huh? We can definitely do it. We can definitely do it, though. We have now the Foreign AE 4380. Going to be special, though. As you can see, it's not an S plus anymore because of the cargo. It's an S, and that is fine enough. We got 8 minutes and 1 second. Oh no, 8 minutes. Yep, that's it though. We managed to do it in 9 minutes and 20 seconds, but with the forerun, as you can see, we are already way quicker right now. We can do it in less time. Corners are just easier too, which I do love and highly appreciate, of course. There's just way more control though, right? You know, whenever we need it. Oh yeah, there's no comparison though. There's no comparison. And the best thing about it, the forerun AE, right? We didn't have the race suspension for a very long time, but right now we do. Clearly. You get it in Taymyr. Use it. Abuse it. And just enjoy it though. I mean, this thing can handle quite a bit, but be careful on the open roads for long terrain though, right? You know, like the highway, because those rocks and everything just rips your truck apart. As you can see, we also did play already a little bit with the pointers though that we can follow. Although we don't need it anymore, we know the road because of the cat, but still, it might help out a little bit, you know? Turn, big boy. Very nice. I mean, if we are going to fill this though, it's not because of speed, it's because of tipping. Especially at places like that though. That's a heavy drop after all. And here, just take this one with the white and then a sharp straight. Oh! We have to do this again. Ay, 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 ay. Maybe there's a better route though. Yeah, maybe we just have to go through here. Just go right like that though, but that's just way longer. Way longer. Round number 3. I never suspected that I had trouble with this mission. So we had a little bit of a hiccup there though, right, you know. Can happen to the best of us, right, you know. Can happen to the best of us. Sometimes the ball movement is too strong. Different subject, but it still can happen to all of us. Now, whoppa, instead of low gear plus, let's go into high gear. Instead of going left low, we are going to stay on the upright side of town though, right? The higher hills. Also known as the Taymyr Hills though. Countryside of the Beverly Hills version. Yeehaw. A whole lot easier though, isn't it? A whole lot simpler too. Because last time we got stuck there. Yep, we lost our cargo. I don't really want to follow the road, but we will follow the road over here. Keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. Come on, come on. Kind of funny whenever I drive this big boy, this forerun AE, I think about that other forerun. It just always has that, you know, sound. That loose gear. Although I sound like a space age Elmo right there. Alright, now we are going to drive to the town. Last time with the cat we went left. We went a little bit more north. And I think that added that 1.5 minute though that we didn't need. So we could have done this with the cat again, but here we are, my boys. Here we are with the forerun AE. Three minutes. That means that we have a little bit less than 5 minutes left. And if we do need 5 minutes right now, though, I just delete the game. Unless, of course, an accident did happen. It's a shame that it's nighttime right now. Ooh, yep. It's a bloody shame, absolutely, because right now we could just have the biggest advantage of it all, though, right? You know, we could just get into town, get a little bit ahead of time, right? You know, behind there too. Now we have to drive a little bit more careful before we hit something. Brake or tires, suspension even more, etc. Alright. Mr. Pumpkin Pets. Always destroy these pumpkins, by the way. You will do the world a favor. And you will get a trophy if you delete enough of those pumpkins from existing. Alright. Slow over the bridge. Accelerate right in the middle. And off we go. High gear uphill, so we stay in a steady gear. Okay, we have less than half the time. We are already closer than what we were before when we had 1 minute left. Now we have like 3 minutes left. So that's the advantage of speed of 2 extra minutes though. Not sure why I did take it down there. Oh, we are going wrong. Yeah, that's all right though. That's all right. Ooh, this is an issue. Don't tip, don't tip, don't tip. Yeah, these off-road trucks are a little bit tip heavy though. And we are not used to it. We are a heavy duty boy. 2.5 minutes, a little bit less. 2 minutes and 15 seconds are left though. That bounce, man. Woo-wee. Almost dropped my coffee there. Oh, look at that though, huh? We're 2 minutes and around 20 seconds. Of course, beautiful parking here. Can you imagine? That will be the end of it. 2 minutes and 20 seconds sooner or quicker. Because of you, the mill will be able to complete the order, which means a satisfied customer, which means I keep my job. Spank you. Off to the next. Oh, and by the way, that means that the drowned lands is 100%. Isn't that super sweet though? Alright. Another mission though, another beautiful job. Another time skill. Here we go though with the Taiga, of course. We've got a lot of heavy machinery in operation and those things guzzle gas like a herd of mountain giants. I like to have a reserve of fuel so we don't run out. Get on it, will ya? Your thing, big boy, if we only know where it should go to. Alright. Simple enough. The 7 seconds we don't really need now, do we? I don't think we do need that. Especially not with the Taiga, and we can just go pedal to the metal though. As long as the cargo stays on, yeah, we can repair all of that once we do arrive at that location. That is not going to be an issue. I should always check, by the way, the timer. How much time we have for it and all. Kinda keeps the pressure up though, but for some reason I don't check that. Woo! Interesting. Oi, 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 oi. Yeah, and this is why I don't drive off-road trucks, though. We can go with everything there, right? You know, without any issue. But off-road trucks, they take so much damage in. And I'm not sure why, though. I'm not sure why. Well, it's because of the top speed that we are driving. Probably has to do with that, though. But at the same time, though, it's a little bit like, how do we control it, right? You know, I wish there was manual shifting. But the difference between 3 and 4 is just enormous. Because this is 3. High. Well, high is more like 2.5 to 2.8. So not fully 3. But here we go, boys. We are almost there. And that in record time, though, huh? Almost 2 minutes. Keep on going. Bounce, 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 bounce. Back to automation. 2 minutes. 23, 24, 25. Off-road. I don't care if there's a stump. As long as we drive over it though, you know what I mean? And look at that, we got another mission around here. How beautiful. Oh no! 3. I was daydreaming. I was totally daydreaming though. How long do we have for this mission? I was totally daydreaming. Come on. Ah, oh, there are 2 missions here. How cool is that? You know what? Kind of want to... Yeah, we have to. Come on. Small trailer. There you go, my ass, boys. Because I think we have to redo it. Ah, it's something else when that happens though, huh? Now let's see though, right, you know? There we go. Let's see how long we still have left. Because if there is enough time, let's say 9 minutes. 8 minutes. Technically we could make it, but boom, restart, boys. We got 8 minutes though, huh? Yeah, I should read the missions though. For real, the objectives. I do read the missions. But here we are, 12 seconds. And we have a lot of minutes to go though. We already have seen this haul, so let's go and deliver it. Alright, so not the record time though. We are like 1 minute slower right now, but that's alright though. Great, I suppose I should put up some no smoking signs or something. That sure is a lot of gasoline in one place. It sure is though, but it might make for a nice bonfire though for the hard workers around here. Especially when you want their day off. Ah, we never used that trailer. Kinda wish that we could sell trailers though, that would be fun. We will be rich. Now let's see, what do we have here? Now that people are returning to the area, the old fire watch tower is going to be manned again. We need to resupply the tower before the new staff can take their post. Can you get on it? Sure, but we have to know where. Scout fuel trailer. Ah, that little thing. And then we have to deliver it there though. That is going to be way too difficult for us. I'm not sure that we can even handle the thought about that. Drop this one right over here. Now this is going to be an interesting one. We have to deliver this one, but we cannot attach the trailer. So we can attach the winch. Oh, wrong place. That's the winch. There we go. And we have to haul it like this now. And hopefully it does count. I think it does count. The other one we also have to deliver something. So it's going to be peachy and fun. Kind of interesting, by the way, that the scout parts and stuff like that are way less intensive with these missions compared to Michigan. And especially Alaska, though. Restart. Are you kidding me? Okay. Okay, so it works like that. So we cannot pre-grab it. That is interesting. That is good to know, technically. Come on, drive backwards. Thank you very much, big boy. And off we go. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Now, I truly hope it works like this. If not, we have to grab a different scout than the Tatarin 2. And then we can deliver it, though. But we will find out, we will find out. Let's go climb the mountain first. This will be of no issue though, I'm certain. Just go the side way a little bit further. I mean, it's good that he didn't tell me in what condition the trailer has to be, right? Because look at that. Yeah. Couple of scratches though. Couple of leaks. Nobody minds, right? Would you? I don't think so. Booyakasha! Great, I know people will feel safer having a guardian angel looking out for them in those mountains. Thanks for your help. More than welcome. Alright, let's go and start with this one. Now that people are returning to the area, we already had that one. We have 3.20 minutes. That's not true though, because that is that little gasoline thing. Yeah, the other one is right there. Let's refuel. It's kind of interesting though, the Tatra is a pain in the nutsack when it's overloaded. But it's not true though, completely. The pain comes from all the damage we take when we drive at top speed. Tayga is such a good vehicle to begin with though, so there's no doubt about that. So what I want is to go right here. 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 Yeah, with these missions, I would recommend a little bit of planning. Not too much, of course. What are we? Huh? Beginners? Alright, restart this one. We got 7 minutes, believe it or not. A freighter carrying drilling supplies was washed ashore in the recent storm. This is a major blow to operations, so we need to resolve this ASAP. The crew is going to need supplies and equipment for repairs. Alright, off we go. 7 minutes, right? Yep. 7 lonely minutes. Oh, this shortcut might be totally worth it. Just because of that, we might just succeed. Probably not, but that's alright though. Ooh, major Tom damage right there. Oh yeah. A little bit smoother this path compared to the gasoline delivery. The view is absolutely beautiful though. Oh yeah, we can even see the freighter, right? The boat. Ooh, brakes. Shortcut, sure. See? Or Tayga wants to help us out though. Wants to make up that I called it a, you know, pain in the ball sack. For getting too much damage. That's the only negative thing that I can think of though with the Tayga at this point. Mostly everything are just positives, positives, and positives though. Technically could go here through the forest and skip a whole lot of mud. Ooh, didn't see that though. Was looking at the watchtower. I want to go too quick here. Was that a little drift? I think it was. Alright, let's cut through this little dry patch here. Speeds everything up by 1.2 miles. Although with the balloon tires, easy handling of all of this though. No problems, no issues. So far, I have to say I'm kind of impressed though, huh? We have like almost half the time still. And it will be an absolute disaster if the Tiger with the balloon tires needs more than 3 minutes to get through this little parts over here. That will be an absolute disaster. Then something is wrong with the engine, but yeah, we have 3 more minutes though, believe it or not. And we could go like this. A little bit quicker though. Now we could, if we want to. I'm just doing this because we have a lot of free time though, right? We can go like this. If you do have some issues, use your wins. Shut up. I could do this. If I could do without this kind of headache right now. We have got a shareholders visit coming up, and I'm responsible for making sure they like what they see. Thanks for your help. You're more than welcome though. Although I'm the one that does the work, but they like what they see. But anyways, right now we have done all of these though, huh? Yeah. Off to the rift, I would say. Alright boys, here we go though. We need to map out the rift created by the landslide. Navigate the rift it created and visit all areas marked on your map. Well, I do know a little bit about this one though, because I did hover over it by the mission in the description. So that it's, in other words, right over there. And then everything shows up. We should have done that sooner though. But oh well, let's go, let's go, let's go. Just a small little tip there. So we can actually plan ahead, right? That's very important stuff too. On. We are the little engine that could, should, and would. But nasty little plant though. Yeah. I'm not really sure if we could, would, and should though. That tall. High up. That's a little bit too much. Same to the right side there. Losing precious time. Oh, it's best. No. Come on. Come on. Slow and steady then. There we go. It's a pretty cool rift, by the way. That was created by a landslide. Going to be a river in the future. Or a little lake, though. It depends on how it all turns out in the end, of course, but I'm sure it will be used in some way. Maybe some terraforming added to it, and then you know, very nice. Woo! Come on, pull her up. Pull her up. Thank you. I wish my neighbors, when they make fries or whatsoever, they stop using old oil. My lord, you can smell that from ages in time though, right? You know, like if... Imagine you've done it 10 years ago, you can still smell it. But yeah, you know, you can smell it for so long. It's just dirty smell, man. You just want to save a little dollar, you know. Ooh, it's getting dark here in the woods. I just love how tanky this thing is, man. It feels so good. It really, really does feel good, though. Like, you can be so rough with the Tataran and take minimum damage. I don't advise it, of course, but you don't have to be super careful with the Tatooine. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's a scout. Autonomous winch. No issue right there. If something goes wrong. Perfection. Only 5 and 6 remain. Oh boy. Only 5 and 6 remain. And why is it so that the game just punishes me from what I say? You don't have to be so careful. Boom. 230 damage. Tire is blown out of its existence. The suspension is destroyed to, well, almost all. But we could repair it. We could only repair a very little bit. My oh my. And it happens with everything though. Happens each time. And this is the last bit. We are still at gold. It's very beautiful. Now we have our general idea of the shape the rift had taken. Job well done. Very much. And this is the only one at the rift. Awesome. Now, believe it or not though, all the missions in Zimnagorsk are delivery missions. This is interesting, right? Very interesting. We gotta be very, very careful. Which one we do accept and this and that though. And of course, you know, like we can get everything too, like we have to get cement and deliver that, and we have to do the same with metal beams and all the beautiful goodies here and there. Do you know that is that? Just preload, I would say. Get a powerful truck and you might be fine. But this is the oversized cargo that we don't care too much about. Where do we take all of this though, right? You know, that's what I wonder right now. Probably we can pick something up over there. I've not checked that before. No, that's the trailer store. If Alexander was not my cousin, I would have fired him a long time ago. He lost a load of bags with cement in the river, and now I have to deal with it. Either get them back or replace them, I don't care which. But where do we replace them? Where? Right? Ah, I see, I see. Yeah, there is no way to actually do this, so I would say... Tough job, though. Tough job. A tough job indeed, but we will get it. I will get rid of my vehicles here. Command available. Oh, yeah. And then we will get a crane for this one. By the way, if he's your cousin though, right, and he causes a lot of problems, why don't you let him fix it though? Maybe he's afraid that a lot of more trucks or goods will get stuck. Maybe, baby. There we go. Oh. But yeah, if it was my cousin though, and I don't want to fire him, he has to fix every issue he made himself. And that of other people too, so he learns more and more, right? I'm kind of happy that we have used the Zig right now, the Zig Z. And this is going to be a tough nut to crack. Swampy terrain. go. Next one. Maybe, baby, we can do all 3 of them. Let's go punch this one a little bit further inside. Doesn't want to. That's alright though, that's alright. Because right now we can just do per cargo and per cargo. Come on. I mean, this is not the most professional way to do it though, right? You know, but we are on a timer. We are absolutely on the timer, so I don't care about making it look simulators, dwarfy and stuff like that though, right? You know, it is what it is. Pack cargo and unpack the cargo, and of course we are going to train mode a little bit more. Kind of funny, right? That Cousin Cletus is actually Cousin Igor in Eastern Europe. You know, like the same reputation. Igor. Just the Eastern European Slavic version of a redneck uncle. Here we go, pack. There we are. Restore the crane. Yeah. This might not be the best way, by the way, because that means that we will have to turn around a little bit more awkwardly later on. Just pull ourselves up like this. A little bit of extra steering help. Easy peasy though, man. The 6C. Ooh, what a monster. What a monster. One, two, three, four. Thank you. I apologize for my speech earlier. My family troubles are not yours to bear. Well, beware though, right? You know, because we had to activate it. Okay, so we have to deliver it there, but where do we pick it up though? Oh, wooden planks all the way over there. Is there one that is closer by? So that we have to deliver there. And I'm not sure where we do pick up the metal beams from here though. Oh, right over there. That is good to know. Yes. And this is delivery or what? Cannot really see it. Delivery right over there. Wooden planks too. Okay, so I see what's going on. So my plan is to get first haul of wood, right? The first haul of wood. Then we are going to deliver the wood, then we are going to do the metal beams, and then we are going to get another batch of wood. Where are the logs? Visit every logging area in the game at least once. That is cool to know. That is cool to know. I did not know that this was the case though. Now I truly hope though we have all the base game achievements. I don't know, we will find out later on, I suppose. This one, where does this one want us to go? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck chuck wood. I thought it was wood bug there. I was like, that doesn't make sense. So how much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I don't know, but I hope you can chuck a lot of it over over to the warehouse right away. Now, the warehouse is this one right over here. Yeah, this is where I wanted to go. Just to double check. Oh, that is the last one I want to do, actually. How much would a woodchuck chuck? And a woodchuck chuck. Chuck a woodchuck. Nope. The pier is almost finished, but it seems half the wood shipment they received was rotten. That's bad luck though. They need more wood. Fast! Pronto! 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Alrighty then. Let's go and haul this big boy load right over there. We do need 4 logs, so that's nice. Beams actually, as you can see, not planks. Kind of funny if you think about it, right? All of this wood, if half of it were, you know, like not cut in half, you could make a freaking house over this, though, right? You only need some wooden plates, maybe some metal sheets, though, right, for the rain and absorption and stuff like that. Best will be maybe some brick, you know, what you can stick on the sides. Beautiful. Looks real. Man, you have a freaking house though, huh? Couple of not tarmac, not concrete, asphalt. You could actually have an asphalt roll, right? What is done on skyscrapers and other tall buildings. But you can also have those little patches though, right? They look like rough sandpaper. I forgot the name of those. You can actually have that too, and then you have a roof. I mean, it is super freaking easy to make a house though. The issue is, if you want a very big luxurious house, that's where the difficulty comes from with architectural needs and all, right? You know, and plumbing and all that stuff. So the more layers, the more difficult it becomes. But in general, right? And I mean, it's not like we are new to the concept of a modern house though, or a wooden house. We are not new to that. No. Plus we have the tools for it though. It's like circular saws. Then we have the air gun, you know, for the nails. For the door, you just drill a little hole on the size of the lock. Everything is really easy and good then. But I'm talking about a basic house, right? You know, nothing fancy with extra layers here and there. Because then you have to calculate the beam strength, what it can hold. You want to have certain sectors that carry more weight, right? You know? You could have a bucket-shaped concrete layer in the floor with wooden beams sticking out from that. Highly recommend that, by the way. Instead of just setting it on the floor on a couple of stones, that would be very bad, by the way, long term. Just in the nick of time. There we go. Thank you, my friend. Strong boards and the food will give those sailors confidence in our town. I appreciate the speed at which you handle this. So do I. Alright, metal beams, huh? Cool. Preload it up. Sometimes they do take this away, though. Hopefully this is not the case. Over here. Oh, here's one wheel up. The old fuel lacks metal, and I do not. This is what you call supply and demand. We are at the bridge between us. Get these metals to its buyer as fast as possible, and you will be rewarded well. Very true though, but let's try to find the most direct route, or the quickest route I could say might be over here. Might be over here, although this might be a little bit more slimery around though, right? You know? In other words, a little bit more muddy. And I will just go right over here, follow this trail all the way towards here. Alright, except, how long do we have? 8 minutes. More than enough. More than enough. Hopefully. Because the 60 is not a speedy boy though. Oh no. Look at Lenin though, huh? With his hand open. Give me everything you have, so you people have nothing. And then we will divide it between ourselves. You can get the little scraps. Oh, nice of you. You can all order now a Lada. And take it off the garage 6 years later. Kind of funny if you hear certain people, right, from that era, from the region there. Kind of miss the good old times of the Soviet Union. One of the biggest reasons is they could just bribe everybody with a bottle of vodka, though. That's the main reason, you know, they say. Oh, man, you know. Oh, you get a fine from a policeman. Hey, officer, do you want to have my bottle of vodka? Huh? Sure. So you have liver damage and you go to the doctor. Hey, doctor, do you want my bottle of vodka? Alright. Enough memeing around, though. Let's haul. Man, I want to stretch my shoulders, though. Probably it is bigger than it seems. Man, you cannot really stretch there. Kind of hard to believe that this is the second last mission, can you? Been a while. We got 75 episodes. How cool is that, though? 3 zones, 75 episodes. Probably not 25 apiece. Maybe, though. Not sure. Come on, Zigzy, keep on hauling, alright. I'm not going outside and push. It's a lot of weight, though. We will only get a break when I get a bottle of vodka that I don't drink. My boy. Since when? I know it's a lot of weight though, but since when does it struggle? Take a left. When we are going downhill, always put it in A. Neutral will be decent though, but then you just roll down. It is pretty good if you want to use neutral to save gasoline. That would be really, really helpful though. If you can go downhill, put it in neutral, roll down the hill, and be 1 ton though. By that you are saving, let's say, maybe 4 liters or something. But if you have to do that a lot though, then it can add on, right? You know, that is absolutely massive if you think about it. But what a strange map it should be, right? You know, that you have so much downhill time. One of the strongest engines in the game. Still at A. It's not really an S plus, of course, but it is considered power to weight. And that means that this big boy is very heavy though. But at the same time we can easily handle everything. Everything that we have to tow. I see you understand business well. I made a handsome profit on that order. Here is your fee. Yeah, that's business though. If you just own a little bit more than other people, you can open your business. You make max profit if you're smart with it, with supply and demand. And your workers just get the bare minimum. And you're getting rich. That's how the world turns around. Now, because this is the last remaining mission on this map, I kind of want to do it during the daytime. Although it's kind of romantic though to do it right before the night sets in, pink sky and all. I think it is a nice way to say goodbye to this beautiful map. Boss, rather difficult too. It's raining, very fitting though. Let's go, boys, let's go. We have to deliver it to the warehouse. Yep. And that means we can just restart there. Right over here. And then just down here, I would say, right, you know? And it's just simple that way. We have done this one a couple of times. Just going to restart it, just to be sure. Go, we got 4 of them. Yep. Keep on hauling though. We have enough gasoline. If we do have to make a tiny stop, so be it. Yeah, we have been here for quite a while though. I think this is actually the longest map. We have lost the starting episodes though from the first zone, front land, but everything else we have. So that's the interesting thing about it too. It is a very tough map though, and it might not seem like it, but the constant mud everywhere, and I mean deep, deep, deep mud. Deeper than most mud we have seen in Michigan. The mud here is really something else. Like, Michigan had a lot of this mud though, and there was a zone that had a little bit deeper mud, and that was the swamp. But this place though has so much of those little swampy parts though, one might say. Like right over here. That's so deep mud too over here, right, you know? And then it is scattered around. Just pockets everywhere. Sometimes it's literally less than the size of your truck. But it's kind of cool, of course. It's so time consuming, but man, it is so fitting, and it makes you really feel like you are in a bogged down Siberia type of region where the rain really, really falters though, right? You know, the terrain and the advancement of your truck. Ukraine and Belarus are also known for it. Lots of fields, and it just bogs down so incredibly deep with rain. It's kind of interesting. Kind of halted a lot of invasions too, or advancements. Alright, my favorite little part though, on the not that, on the 6Z, is just skydiving right over here. It's not really as impressive as it sounds, but if you're in a truck like this, kinda is impressive though. That you don't have to worry about tipping or anything of that kind. But first, before anything else, I don't want to run out inside of the river of gasoline. There we go. Super simple. No need to worry for tipping. Nothing like that. And I believe we got 8 minutes, so that means that we really have to hurry right now. Like over here, right? Just so deep mud this. For the 6Z, it doesn't seem much though, but it really is bogging down other trucks with smaller tires and lower profiles. And the same goes over here. It's just so slippery. You always touch the river here. You just slide off so quickly though. And you have this river that takes quite a bit of time too. I love this map, man. It just feels like you are in the rain season in this region. Alrighty then, just move forward. Nice. And right after the river, you have another deep mud patch. Oh yeah, and I've not spoken about the rocks just yet, right? That's the funny thing about it. Then you have dry, then you have deep mud again. Rocks everywhere. And this rock, though, is difficult with turning. Especially on other trucks, though. And I love the challenge. And of course it's raining. I just want to say though, right? I know I had enough clearance there. But I did not check for the side little cable. And here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job, mates. That was fast. Here's your reward and ain't no rest for the trucker. Exactly. We are not the wicked though, but by that though, we have everything here on 100%. Beautiful though. Off we are to the Kola Peninsula in the next one. I'm really looking forward to that though. I will see you guys in the next one. Stay happy, stay healthy. Don't forget to subscribe though. Bye bye.